11 players in the field is the norm, of course, for a football team. But this isn't a normal season for the Berlin High School team, where they won't forget to remember a teammate, paying tribute on the first offensive play of each game. Even the most routine parts of the football season, the practices, the bus rides, the long, slow waits for the rush of Friday nights, will give the Redcoats of Berlin High reason to pause, as much as the mission remains unchanged in this football-proud town.
And that's win a state championship.
The dream has been altered because it's missing a kid who, after becoming a starter his freshman year,
Nick was always the kid to dominate.
Figured to be a leading man come his senior season, lineman Nick Zuck.
You just knew that this kid was meant to be on a football field.
Right around the time Berlin was playing for a state championship 2 seasons ago, Nick began a fight with leukemia.
Kids just couldn't concentrate. That's all we were thinking about Nick and what he was going through.
18 months removed from his diagnosis, this past spring, Nick had regrown his hair and rediscovered his sizable muscles thanks to work in the weight room.
He was working so hard.
His senior season was again in play until a doctor's appointment at the end of the school year in June brought news that his cancer had returned.
He was in the hospital and he sent the boys text messages.
Took about 20 minutes for people to respond to wow, what am I reading right now? It's you have no idea. It's speechless.
We had it made into a sign and we have it in our locker room. It talks about overcoming obstacles and working your tails off and to be the baddest team out there.
Just a few weeks after his unforgettable text message, Nick Zuck was gone.
You want to refuse it because it's a kid that you grew up with. All of a sudden he's gone in the span of 2 weeks.
Friends and teammates gathered at Sage Park to memorialize number 53 in a heart-wrenching vigil, and the quest to preserve Nick's memory was just beginning. Each game this season, on Berlin's first play of the night on offense, they will send just 10 players onto the field, leaving Nick's right tackle position open. They will play down a man, but down a man by head count only. 10 young men likely to play with the strength and purpose of twice that many.
I think it'd be tough for all of us. Still comes the point in time where we say Nick Zuck and talk about Nick Zuck, and we get choked up. We still have coaches that still can't say his name.
In addition to playing down a man on the first offensive play of each game, the Berlin captains will walk out Nick's jersey number 53 with them to midfield for the coin flip. And here at Sage Park for home games, players will touch a monument on their way to the field, a monument erected in Nick's memory, designed by one assistant coach and currently being built by 2 others.
This is the place where he loved the most. This is where he loved coming on Sunday afternoons in the Midget League, and then Friday nights, and then Saturday afternoons for the JV games.
The one thing that he said motivated throughout all his cancer treatments was the dream of getting back out in this field and walking from that locker room across the little threshold we have here out onto this field. So we thought it was fitting that we'll put that there. It'll be a helmet, it'll have his plaque, and as we take the field, the kids can all touch his helmet, walk out into the field to play. This is a look at the 3 Berlin captains on Friday night in Bloomfield. Nick's jersey brought out to midfield. Then later, the first Redcoat play on offense. 10 players, the right tackle spot left open. Berlin ran the ball for a gain of 3 yards. Bloomfield would win the game, 36-14.